Welcome to Math with Professor V. Here is your latest integral of the day, and this was sent in to me by my loyal subscriber, Alan Bromborski. This one's a good review if you're in Calculus 2 and learning your integration techniques because it involves multiple of them. So pause the video, try it on your own. I'm going to jump right in and start off with a u-substitution. We see this theme here of e to the x plus 1, e to the x plus 1. So let's go ahead and just try letting u be e to the x plus 1. And then that means du would be e to the x dx, which I don't have, right? All I have is this dx sitting right here. No problem. What I'm going to do is solve for e to the x in terms of u from right here. I can say e to the x is equal to u minus 1, right? So then now we have u minus 1 dx is equal to du. And therefore I can say, okay, 1 over u minus 1 du is equal to dx. Perfect. So that means we can rewrite the original integral all in terms of u. So let's do that. So we've got 1 over, this is u, this is square root of u. Perfect, perfect. And then this dx right here is, we have it waiting for us patiently, 1 over u minus 1 du. 1 over u minus 1 du. Okay, how are you guys up to here? Perfect. So now let's take a closer look at what we've done. Are we on the path to success? I certainly hope so. So we have 1 over u square root of u minus 1 du. Now this might look like something that you've been studying how to integrate in the unit. Kind of looks like you want to do partial fraction decomposition. The only issue is we don't do partial fraction decomposition when there's radicals, right? In any of the denominators. So we should make another substitution first, get rid of that radical, and then see, okay, can we proceed with partial fractions? So in this case, yep, come through with another substitution. I'm going to go ahead and let t be the square root of u, because that's what I don't want. And then don't find dt just yet. Square both sides first. It'll make it so easy. So t squared is u, then 2t dt is du. Good? Perfect. So then let's see how everything's going to unfurl. We're going to rewrite this now in terms of t. So we have 1 over, now this plain old u is t squared. Okay, t squared. Then we have rad u. Who's that? That's t. So then we have u minus 1. Who's that? That's going to be t squared minus 1. And then last thing, du. Du is all of this, 2t dt. 2t dt. Okay, perfect. Do you notice something? Yes, very good. We can cancel out this t here from the numerator and denominator. So now we have 2 over t squared times t squared minus 1 dt. Can we find the partial fraction decomposition now for the integrand? We sure can. So we have 2 over t squared, that's a repeated linear factor, and then t squared minus 1 factors further. So make sure you factor it, t plus 1, t minus 1. So the decomposition will have the form a over t plus b over t squared plus c over t plus 1 plus d over t minus 1. Okay, so multiply through by the LCD, in this case t squared, t plus 1, t minus 1. And then we're going to have 2 equals a times t plus 1, t minus 1, plus b times t plus 1, t minus 1, plus c times t squared, t minus 1, plus d times t squared, t plus 1. Okay, since we have linear factors, we can just substitute in, let's see, t equals 0, then we get 2 equals b times negative 1, so b is negative 2. If I substitute in t equals positive 1, I get 2 equals, everything 0 except the last term, d times 2, so that means d is 1. Great. Now t is negative 1. I get 2 equals, everybody's 0 except for c times negative 2. So c is negative 1. And then you have to pick some other constant, right, to get a. So I chose 2. Then you get 2 equals a times 2 times 3 times 1. You can put in the ones that you already know, right? We already know what b is. Times 3 times 1. You could pick any number. It doesn't have to be 2. I just didn't want to get too crazy, you know? So then you get 2 equals 6a minus 6 minus 4 plus 12. So what is that? 2 equals 6a plus 2. So a is 0. Oh, okay, good for us. So we've got them all. 1, 2, 3, a 0. So now we can rewrite our integrand using the decomposition. So a was 0, so you don't have t to the first term in the denominator. B was negative 2 over t squared. And then c is negative 1 over t plus 1. And then d was positive 1. Over, what? Hold on, straighten up there. Thank you. T minus 1 dt. Okay, perfect. I think we can just go term by term, right? So this is t to the negative second. Add 1 to the exponent, divide by the new exponent. So we'll have 2 over t minus ln, absolute value t plus 1, plus ln, absolute value t minus 1, plus c. Now go back to the original variable. So remember, t was equal to square root of u, yeah? So this is 2 over square root of u minus ln, absolute value. Actually, we can combine these into a single logarithm. Let's do that. So we're going to have ln t minus 1 up top, so square root of u minus 1. And then the negative logarithm is going to be in the bottom, plus c. And then do you remember who u was all the way back in the beginning? U was e to the x plus 1. Okay, so then we have 2 over square root e to the x plus 1 plus ln, absolute value, square root of e to the x plus 1 minus 1 over square root e to the x plus 1 plus 1 plus c. And then if you sit there and think about it, notice e to the x is never negative. So if you add it to 1, this expression, this radicand, is always going to be a wee bit bigger than 1. If I take the square root, it will still be a wee bit bigger than 1. So if I subtract 1, it will be positive. And then the denominator is for sure going to be positive because we're adding another one. So you don't need to have absolute value bars. You can replace them with just parentheses. Exactly. So we've got 2 over square root e to the x plus 1 plus natural log square root e to the x plus 1 minus 1 over square root e to the x plus 1 plus 1 plus c. And this is the answer we can box with pride. Job well done. Okay, how did you like that one? I don't have a Calculus 2 class this semester, but I'm going to save it. Maybe I'll even put it on an exam. I thought it was just so lovely. Comment down below if you took a different approach. I love reading how you guys solve these integrals. And stay tuned for more integrals of the day and more calculus content coming your way. If you need to brush up on partial fractions or trig sub or u-sub or anything, you're in the right place. Go to the Calculus 2 video lectures playlist, or you can keep binge watching Integral of the Day because there's hundreds to keep you busy. You'll be an integrating beast by the end of it, I promise. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok, Math with Professor V. Love you guys so much. Bye.